Hello, so my name is Ihsane Haouach. I'm working as pricing engineer for an utility company, and besides that, I'm also a comedian and also the co-founder and president of Teen Talented Youth Network. Actually, as a woman, we meet a lot of challenges. Many, if we are from an immigration background, because then we face a double glass ceiling, like we call it. So it starts, of course, with the education at school, at the university, then at work also. Sometimes it seems nice, it's just some stereotype and some comments that are said. Sometimes it's more direct, more aggressive. For me, the way to manage it is mainly to deal with that with a lot of humor, to laugh about it, to make them sound like ridiculous about what they are saying, and sometimes to have more debate when it's more deep and when they don't want to let it go. So Teen Talented Youth Network is an NGO that we started like around 2 years ago. It's very young. The idea was really to work on youth empowerment, youth development, and also citizenship involvement. So to be able to identify the talent on our youth, because they all have a talent, they all are different. And we don't want actually to change them. We just want to help them to develop themselves and then to be able to fly on their own. That's our greatest accomplishment that we will be able to do. And what we do, we organize trainings. We organize also some meetings where they can meet with accomplished people that came from the same background, the same neighborhood, where they can discuss their experience, how they reached there, what are their challenges. And also we organize an annual fair where we gather all the NGOs in Brussels that are working on youth development, and also some companies, so that the young guy can go there and see what he can do. The young lady can also work there, and she can also engage herself in other organizations, so that they can really see what they can do during their free time to develop themselves. It's a hard question because we don't see a lot of female role models, not because they are not. We always say that behind each great man, there is a great woman. I believe there are more than behind. So to be honest, I don't see personally one role model. I see a lot. It's mainly all those models that are fighting every day to do the man job and the woman job today, because equality is still not yet accomplished. And all those women that are raising their children, mainly the single women that are separated or just single, that are raising their children, working also, like they are all superwomen. And for me, all those women are role models. When we start working, we are paid the same. But at one moment, it's like this equality stops. And generally stops. There are, of course, a lot of reasons behind that, but also because of the maternity. So we see that when a woman is pregnant, okay, she's not productive anymore. She will be off 3 months. Ooh, 3 months. 3 months is nothing. More and more women don't want to leave their child at their baby, just a baby at 2 months and a half, to leave them to strangers. And so that's why they stop working. Or if they continue to work, they are just like very sad to feel like they are far from their baby the whole day. So I think that for me, the maternity should be more recognized, more also valorized, and to be able that a woman can be pregnant and seems positive for the society, because it is something positive for the society. So you can have more company daycare, for instance, where they can still work and see their babies. And I really believe that's something that should be worked on, so to really reach the equality, and to consider this element where maybe for 1 year you will be off because you had the baby, or maybe 1 year you will work but part-time. So we should have really this freedom and not like make women choose between the working woman and the mother, because we should be able to have both. because I really believe that they are able to make choice for themselves. We really we are in a really patriarchal society where we would like to decide for others. We like to decide for women, we like to decide from people coming from immigration, we like to decide for our youth. I think they are able to decide for themselves. They just need to be oriented, they just need to be helped, they just need help to be developed. But once we are able just to give them what they need so that they can choose from themselves, that's where we can reach the real empowerment. So, and that's how you can also facilitate employment, etc., because they will be able to study, to work, to create new companies, to develop innovation because they believe in themselves. And the only way they can believe in themselves is through the concept of empowerment, so that they can take themselves in charge and not be a charge for other people. I believe it's really from in the education that you have this trigger. So we tend to consider that women are not very good in mathematics, for instance. Men are. Okay, woman is good. You can do literary things. You can do all those things where you can read. Okay, you can write well, etc. You can do marketing. You can do HR. You know, in contact of people. Yes, that's woman. You are good in contact with people, but not in thinking too much. No, it's not good for you. So I really believe that it's an education, and it begins really at school. So when you're at school, when we have like 6, 7, 8 years old. At that moment, you should be able to not discriminate women or men also, because they are also discriminated for other areas, and to make them just believe that, okay, what do you want to do? Maybe they are good in mathematics, maybe they are not. That's not it's not important to have 50-50 in each area. That's not important. It's important that they are able to choose and to do what they want to do. That's the only thing that matters. Maybe we still have some discrepancies in terms of equality. If you just consider the numbers in some area, that's really not an issue. But just not to discriminate, not to make barriers at the beginning and make them think that they are not able to do that, they are not capable just because they are women. And there have been a lot of experiments on that where they make believe the woman, okay, it's a mathematic test, then they fail, but if you don't tell them it's a test on mathematics, they succeed. So there you really see the conditioning that, okay, if they believe they are not good in that area, they will not succeed. I think women just need to believe in themselves. They don't have to ask or beg for equality. They just have to impose it, to impose who they are. When you are somewhere, you are there. That's it. You don't have to apologize because you are there. You don't have to apologize for being smart. You don't have to apologize for being better than a man. If you are better, you are better. That's it. So the idea is just that. So you are what you are. And believe in yourself and be proud of what you are. It's just as a basic. Then the other thing is be careful when you raise your own children. I have some friends, for instance, they are also in the same mindset of me, like, okay, we have to fight for equality. But when we talk about the young brother, they are like, oh no, my young brother, he won't do the dishes, for instance. Oh no, that's not his role. Oh, come on. I'm just like, but what are you talking about? What is this? So you talk for yourself what you want, but what about the future wife of your brother? That's how you want him to live? That's how you want her because he is your brother, he worth more than another woman? So, and when we are still in a society where women are the one raising really their children, giving the values. And those values should be equality. So when you have a little boy and a little girl, don't impose to one of them when she comes back from school to do the dishes, to help you in preparing the dinner, which is fine. But if you do that, don't leave your little boy coming and just playing with the PlayStation until the dinner is served. So that's very important. Don't reproduce the model that we say, the models that we say today we don't like. And that's for me, that's a danger, to reproduce what we exactly didn't want.